What's going on, guys? We're gonna do something a little bit different today. I'm gonna start streaming around 3 p.m. Stream the last hour of the stock market. Get a little bit of power hour action on the stream. I was gonna start stream at 4, but I'm gonna just go ahead and talk about my day so far on the trading and what we see on the final hour. So far today has been fantastic for analysis, meaning I made some predictions on Spy, Snapchat, Roku, and they've played out to perfection. But sadly, I was getting a little too greedy on my entries, and I missed my entries on Snapchat and Roku. And I literally called the top on both of them. I tried to get in Snapchat when it was topping out around 1250. I tried to get in a short side trade. Roku, I tried to get in a short side trade around 94. Both of which were very, very close to being filled. Snapchat, I didn't see how close that one was, but Roku, I missed out on the Roku fill by 5 cents on the options contract. I believe my spread was $65 per contract at a 0.65 option, and I was on the ask. So I was like the seller on the ask, but I was not filled, and then it fell downward, and I wasn't going to chase it, so we missed out on that fill. Spy, I actually got filled right on the top here on my short for my 230 put. So I took a 230 put on Spy, and I got filled right at 263. So literally the top of Spy here filled my contract on my 230. So that looked really good. And we're not doing too bad on that contract so far. That contract is a more longer term contract though for May. So not getting a whole lot of price action just yet on that one. But yeah, I'm still working out the kinks of my strategy. It seems like my analysis is there. I'm doing very well, getting back into the groove of playing the stock market and the options market, and looking for the moves in the stocks intraday. So far, it's been really good, man. Getting back into it, I've been doing very good at predicting tops, predicting bottoms, kind of seeing which way the price is going to go. It's just the same as crypto, same as like doing long-term stock analysis, crypto analysis. So it's easy to get back into, and I'm doing quite well. I just need to tighten up my entries. I'm getting a little too greedy. I'm trying to get filled at like 65, 70 on the contract side when I should be trying to get filled probably around like 55 to 60. So I'm going to tighten that up a little bit coming in towards the end of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Snapchat playing out this parallel channel. If you do lose the low on this parallel channel, you most likely will hit 1150. Very, very likely will continue downward towards like $10. So definitely keep an eye on that. You could very easily seeing this retest this lower support before the beginning of the channel. You are failing that 200 EMA on the 1 hour pretty much perfectly, which lines up with that channel as well. So if you do put in a new low here around 1150, I would say probably around 1050 to 10 would be your targets. Spy is definitely topping out here. You're testing the 200 EMA. I called out the bounce to VWAP here as well. So if you guys were in the Discord, we called out this failure down to the 200 EMA, and I also said that it was going to bounce to VWAP. It bounced to VWAP, and now we're seeing that continuation downward. So looking really good for our puts. We're in a couple of puts on Spy. I've got some 230 puts and some 203 puts. Kind of some lottos going into May. Haven't been getting filled on my other trades. Really, really sad. I missed out on this short on Roku. We'd be basically guaranteed 100% profit on this trade if we got filled. So that really sucks that we missed that. But I can only blame myself. I got too greedy on that fill. I was trying to get more of a credit than I should have got. And then the Snapchat trade, same thing, getting a little too greedy. We'd be basically 100% profit. Unless there's a strong rebound tomorrow, I don't see these getting above these highs. I think these highs are being put in for the week. I don't see them breaking these highs unless we see some strong end of day buying into some early buying tomorrow. So we'll see how it plays out, but I think the high of the week is put in. Especially with the 5-minute losing the 200 here. If we can't regain the 200, you definitely look like the high of the week is being put in. So we'll keep an eye on SPY. Bang is also pulling back, so the big tech stocks are not doing well here either, which should be bearish for Roku, bearish for Snapchat as well. Was also reading about the different analysts on some ad services for tech companies or internet companies. They are cutting their estimates on a lot of these tech companies that rely on ad services for their main source of revenue, which is basically that's what Snapchat is. Snapchat is an internet service, or like it's an internet app that uses ads to be their bulk of their revenue. So if they cut their estimates on Snapchat, it should definitely bring it down to around that $10 range. You did see a couple of analysts upgrade Snapchat recently. They did get upgraded to around $13, $14, but I just don't see that. I don't see that happening with the market pulling back here. SPY is hovering right above its bottom VWAP band here. Right on top of the bottom band here. I'm watching it on my other monitor. You don't have any big bids coming in. You have 257.80. Got about 1,500 shares. Actually, you have 2,000 showing up here on the bid. Just push price up a little bit right after I said that. Nothing too big though. 1,500 around 258. You have 1,400 on the 4,000 on the ask right now at 258, 18. So you have some sellers coming in, holding the price down. Yep, sellers coming in, pushing it down 2,000 at 258. Can I pop this out? I think I can pop this out. Here we go. And look at the level 2 on the SPY here. You guys can see what I'm looking at. Couple of big bids down here at 257. Nothing too big though. 200 on the sell side, 266.87. That is a lot of shares. Times all of these by 100. That's not 200, that's 20,000. 20,000 on the sell side at 266.87. That is a massive sell wall. Buy is definitely falling here. Outside that lower VWAP. We'll see if they lower their sell wall. Getting nuked here. Couple of big bids coming in. They're not hanging out for too long though. 1,500 here. 1,000, 1,000. They don't stick around for too long though. This sell wall is huge. Probably one of the big factors in its selling off here. 20,000 shares on the SPY. That's pretty big order size. Continuing to sell off here. What are we down on the day? 1.7% negative on the day on the SPY. Couple of big bids coming in. 257. 254 as well. I want to keep an eye on the Roku book as well. Can I do that? Oh no, it changes it. I'll see if I could pull out both of the books. Let me see if I can do this. Detach. Pull this over here. I want to keep an eye on Roku as well. It's hard to do all this while I'm streaming. I don't need them to be that wide. Take this off, unlink this, put this on SPY. God damn it, I keep clicking off of it. Keep an eye on both the books here. SPY getting nuked here, well below its lower VWAP band. Let me actually put Roku, or put SPY over here. Sorry, I'm a little OCD about this stuff. Big buy still, or no, that's a new buyer. 20,000 at 254, right here on SPY. Might be that same sell wall flipping to the buy side. He's probably just trying to push the price around. Same exact size as the sell wall that we saw earlier. You do have a 10,000 sell here at 256 about. Roku almost down to 87.50. Decent buys around 87.50 on Roku. There's 87.50 on Roku. Roku's getting killed. Really sucks. If I missed my fill on that, we'd be sitting pretty on those shorts. That would have hit my profit goal for the week just on Roku, pretty much. SPY getting absolutely destroyed here, well below its daily lower band. Roku following 87.35 on the bid. About 1600 on 87. 20,000 still sitting at 254 on SPY. If it continues downward, that's going to be its support. You do have a sell wall still at 259. SPY down over 2% on the day. What's going on, Keytoy? Roku down 2.8% on the day. Nice buys coming in here on SPY. Let me see if they, if I can pull up a time and sales widget. Trade Flash. What is Trade Flash? Huh. Time and sales. Here we go. Pull that up on SPY. Detach this here. Damn it. Here we go. Can I put this? I'll put it over here. Really hard to do while you're streaming. Very, very hard. Sorry, give me 1 second. I messed up my... Messed up all my stuff. What happens when I try to do this stuff on stream? Fix this. Oh, that deletes all my pop-outs. God damn it. Hey, Josh, what's going on, man? Sorry, guys. This is the first time I've tried to do this on stream. Not easy. I'm going to do this next time before I start stream, so this won't be so obnoxious. My apologies. There we go. We're basically back to normal now. Back into the VWAP band, pretty standard. When you exit the VWAP band like that, you'd like to see some buys come in to put it back towards that band. But it's already being sold off pretty rapidly. You can see the sells coming in. Can I filter this? Not sure if I can. I wonder if this will work for this. It will. Nice. So I can keep that always on top. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're figuring it out, boys. Alright, we've got 30 minutes left on the trading day. Decent buys coming in here for SPY. You got 20,000 buyers still at 254. So even if you do continue lower, you have a pretty strong support. 10,000 sells at around 260 though. So if this does climb back up towards VWAP, 260 right up here, you're going to see a lot of sellers come in. Look at some probabilities here on SPY. If you're playing today's expiration, which is, or sorry, tomorrow's expiration, the chances of it closing below 260 are sitting at 64%. So if you're shorting 260 or above, you're looking really good. Where it starts to get bad for you is around, let's see, 255. 255, you only have about a 40% chance to close below. So really you want to be shorting 260 or higher. Anything short below 260, you're not looking too good right now. That's under current market conditions, so if the market goes lower, obviously you'll be looking better. For Friday's expiration, about the same thing, 260. You're looking at about a 60% chance to close below. Same thing, anything below 260, not looking too good for a short side right now. Not mean to do that. I hate that it does that. It's so irritating. Lots of buys coming in. Big buy there. 7,500. Lots of buys coming in. Like we were saying, when you're outside that VWAP, you like to pull back into VWAP. you can see that it does not like to stay outside the VWAP. Watch out for that 200 EMA at around 258, and then also watch out for VWAP around 260. That's right where that seller is as well. 10,000 on the sell side, right at VWAP. You can see that a lot of big boys, like I told you guys, they love watching VWAP. That sell right here is pretty much almost exactly at VWAP. Current implied volatility for SPY is at 54%. It's down 26% on the day for implied volatility. So not a lot of volatility today. I told you guys at the start of the market today, when I woke up, SPY was looking like it wanted to range and didn't really look like it wanted to be too volatile today. But you are getting some volatility here towards the end of the day, which you normally see this, the power hour volatility. Decent buys coming in. Currently sitting at negative 1.5% on the day on SPY. Very, very likely you will close red unless you see massive buys come in from the Fed. You're most likely going to close down today. Now, overall, this does not look very good going into the end of the week if you guys are bullish on SPY, because you are seeing a rollover here on momentum. You're kind of topping out along this high, right? You can also look at the indicators. They'll show you that you're losing momentum here. You had a 1 hour bear div. We called this out at the start of the day in the Discord. You are pulling back. You're turning gray from green, so you're losing that bullish momentum. You are holding that trail, though, so the 1 hour trail is holding. You have a small little buy signal on the low there around, what is that, 256. You're already positive on that. But it doesn't look like it has too much strength coming in to push into a new high. You're also failing that 4 hour pivot. You're losing momentum here on the 4 hour as well. It just doesn't look like it wants to continue higher here. You might see some massive buys come in from the Fed at the end of the day, but it doesn't look like it wants to go much higher. 5 minute had a pivot here. You tried to break through it twice. Failed below it. Nice little green to red shift. Beautiful pivot here on the low coming in. Is that a small div? You do have a small 50-minute bull div here. So these little lows, 50-minute bull div, also lining up with price being outside the VWAP band. Gave you a nice little buy signal towards those lows. Still getting a lot of buys. Look at these buys coming in. Hey, Freeze. Yeah, we're live, man. What's going on? 22 minutes until close. Like I said, you might see some massive buys come in from the Fed, but I just don't see it closing green. You're still down about 1.4%. What's the open on the day? The open on the day is 260.56. So it has to break VWAP to close. It would have to break VWAP to close green. So we'll keep an eye on that. Still a lot of buys coming in. You have that massive buyer still sitting at 254 as well if you do fall. Still decent sells around 258, 259, 260. Trying to hold that VWAP. Tons of buys coming in. Look at the buys. Hey, Freeze, just finished watching your, you said volume profile video. You said you loved it. Why not using volume profile? It's just currently not on my charts right now. I'm not using it to take any trades currently. My volume analysis is coming mainly from VWAP currently. I do have it on my charts. I pull it up every now and then. I just don't keep it on my charts. I don't like keeping volume profile on my charts. It's a little messy. But when I am looking for like the gaps or the support and resistance, I'll pull it up every now and then just to see what we're looking like, and then I'll just take it off. I don't like keeping it on there at all times. So actually, a good point talking about the volume profile. That POC lines up almost perfectly with VWAP. So if we do push up here, you have a ton of resistance around that 260 to 259 range. Very balanced day until you had that nuke downward. You also had kind of a secondary node on that distribution. So this definitely looks like a bearish day because you had your open, you pushed up, you distributed, you had that nice little volume node towards the top, and then you failed downward, and you're staying below a descending VWAP. So you're definitely looking bearish on the day, which you're seeing obviously in the price action. But by just looking at the volume profile, you could tell it's a bearish day because you started out distribution, strong volume up here on the node, big gap, which is right around VWAP, and then you failed downward and you accumulated, but then you nuked downward again. So the accumulation was not enough to get you above VWAP. What you would typically see on bullish days is you would see an accumulation like this, and then you would see it gain VWAP and continue higher. We were not able to gain VWAP. You failed VWAP, and now we're pushing lower. So definitely a bullish day. If you were to push higher tomorrow, I would definitely keep an eye on that gap as your target around 261, 261.50. Would be a nice little zone. We can also look at yesterday's VWAP, or sorry, volume profile, and you can see that where we were accumulating was right on that POC of yesterday. So you had a pretty balanced profile yesterday, but you were staying above VWAP all day. So you had that bullish day. And you tried to break higher today, where you had that retrace to VWAP, you retested it, and then you pushed higher. You had a little bit of distribution, but then you nuked downward. So you're rejecting that bullish bias. Yesterday, here I'm going to mark this out. Yesterday's value area low played as a beautiful support for that, for the low of today before we pushed lower. You saw that nice little inverse head and shoulders coming off that value area low. Popped up, failed VWAP, and then we retraced below the value area low. You tried to break below the lower VWAP, which I told you guys is very, very rare. You typically don't see a lot of price action outside the VWAP bands. And then we pushed back above that value area low. So right now, you're kind of struggling between two levels. You have the VWAP, which is like your bearish line in the sand, and then you have your, bullish line in the sand, and then you have your value area low, which is like your bearish line in the sand, where if you break below this, you're definitely bearish. If you break above this, you're definitely bullish. That's the kind of analysis that I'd be doing with volume profile currently. You said, do you guys offer specific training on VWAP? Or sorry, on volume profile? So we don't do like training, but we do tutoring. So I tutor for free in the Discord. If you have any questions, obviously I answer them. If you want to do any one-on-one tutoring, I do that for free in Discord. Yeah, that's basically what we do. I've got videos, obviously, like you've said, you've seen them on YouTube. Those are all of our live kind of free stuff. But if you needed like one-on-one teaching, we offer that for free in the Discord. I do tutoring on Mondays and Wednesdays from 4 to 7. I'm actually going to change my hours here pretty soon because of my new schedule with the trading. And I'll be posting those probably in the next couple of days. But yeah, tomorrow I should be available from like 4 to 7. I don't have any plans for tomorrow, so if anybody needs tutoring tomorrow, feel free to sign up. I said, are you long on this position? No, so currently I'm only holding long-term puts on SPY. I just got filled at the top of SPY today with a beautiful fill on a 230 put. I'm trading May puts. I'm doing spreads though, so I've got spreads. I've got spreads on both my puts, and I'm currently looking at adding on some trading some SPY trades for my weekly strategy. But sadly, I predicted the price action beautifully on SPY, on Roku, on Snapchat today, but I was too greedy on my weekly strategy, and I didn't get filled. You could see on my chart, which I think it's this chart here, actually. Yeah, right here. I predicted the top on SPY in the Discord. I said it was topping out here. This is actually exactly where I got filled on my put for my long-term play, but I did not get filled on my weekly play. So my long-term play got filled at 263, beautiful fill, but I did not get filled on my weekly. And then Roku, I called the top on Roku. I was looking for a 94 short here, did not get filled, sadly. I would be basically guaranteed 100% profit on Roku. Snapchat, we also called 1250 in the Discord. Once again, did not get filled. I was being too greedy with my entries. 3 for 3 on top calls today, 0 out of 3 for fills. So, very bad execution today. Very good analysis, very bad execution. Yeah, Eastern time. Eastern time, yep. 13 minutes left on the day. Hey, Spitox, what's going on, man? I might start doing these streams more often. These like power hour streams, starting at 3 and then going until like 4:30. If you guys like this kind of end of day analysis. It's a good time to stream because you get price action. You typically have some price action in the last hour. Hey, Spitox, I appreciate that sub, man. Welcome back. I'm not sure why I didn't say your sub number. I know it's not your first time subbing. I do appreciate resubbing, man. Welcome back to the team. Turning red on the OTS here, calling for bearish momentum. Look at that. As soon as you turned red, you had some massive sells start to come in. You have some buyers coming in though, but nope, they got obliterated. So there you can see just the power of the OTS on the 1 minute. You turned red on the OTS, then it nuked it. Doesn't look like the Fed is coming in. You typically see the Fed at 350 or 355. We'll see if they come in. Got about 40 seconds before their 350 window. They also have a window at 355 as well. Hey, Josh, I appreciate that, man. Big sell-off here, getting below the VWAP band. Strong volume coming in. Look at the time in sales. Big seller came back in at 256 as well, 20,000, or sorry, at 260, 20,000 shares. Remember, guys, when you're looking at the level 2, times these by 100. So if it says 3, it's actually 300. If it says 20, it's actually 20,000. Whoa, there you go. What did I tell you guys? 350 and 355. The Fed likes to come in with their repo buys. This is the Fed right here. The Fed is buying the SPY right now. They are buying up the markets. Massive, massive buys coming in from the Fed. This is what happens when you trade against infinite money. The Fed is not kidding when they say they will put infinite money into the market. They will print that money right up and put it right into the market. It's quite disgusting. It's quite corrupt, but what are you going to do? Massive, massive buys right when 350 hit. They have another window at 355. They will come in and buy as well. Seeing that they came in at 350, they probably will come in at 355. They are trying to put SPY green on the day. Look at where they bought too, right on the lower VWAP band. Timed perfectly on that 350 window. Looks like the market wants to sell off though. It's being bought up by the Fed, but the market's not having it. The market is selling off here. 4,000, 40,000 came in there, 60,000. Big sells coming in. Or sorry, these are not thousands. You don't multiply these by 100. That's my mistake. Don't multiply the time in sales by 100. You multiply the level 2 by 100. Unless it's different on Thinkorswim. It might be different. Oh, you can. You can filter it. Nice. Let's show all greater than 200. I like that. Actually, no, let's just watch the entire. Let's just watch the entire time in sales. He said, first time I see live SPY trading, it's so dynamic. Yeah, right now, dude, is like the craziest for SPY trading because the market is so out of whack with the coronavirus and with the Fed just pumping money into the market. Eight minutes left on the day. 3 minutes until, or 2 minutes until the Fed will come in and buy again. Massive buys coming in. Look at that 5,000 there. Big buys coming in. Oh yeah, Paul, if you go to Oasis Trading, I can grab you a link. OasisTrading.io/Discord. Let me grab you a link here. This is our Discord. It's currently 50% off due to market conditions. If you use code PREMIUM, it is currently 50% off. One-time payment. We don't take monthlies. We don't charge you guys every month. Just a one-time fee to enter. Basically like a membership fee. And that's it. Once you're in, you get 5 free indicators. We do free tutoring. I do live day trading starting in the morning around 10 o'clock. I don't trade the first 30 minutes. I start trading around 10 and I go until close. Very, very beautiful analysis today. If you were trading naked options, I don't trade naked options. If I was trading naked options today, meaning not spreads, just flat options, I would have made a killing today, but I don't typically do that. It's just very high risk. It's not my not my style. But I called the top on SPY, top on Roku, top on Snapchat. I didn't get filled because I was playing spreads and I was playing my spreads a little too wide. But if I was playing naked, it would have been a beautiful, beautiful day. I probably wouldn't even trade for the rest of the week if I was trading naked today. Once I get this strategy down and I can get my entries pinpointed, I'll start throwing in naked trades as well. I will use the end goal for this option strategy is to get some consistent income week by week to be able to play naked trades for basically free. I can go out and buy some debits with the money I'm making consistently on my credits. That is the end goal. Is it 3:55 yet? What time is it? Oh yeah, we just saw 3:55, I believe. It's not. Let me pull up my time. Oh, it's being blocked by this. Yeah, it's 3:55. So it doesn't look like the Fed's coming in too hard at 3:55. They came in at 3:50. Not too hard at 3:55 here. Yeah, no problem, Paul. Four minutes left on the day. I'm going to see a lot of price action coming here in the last couple of minutes. They don't buy every 5 minutes, Spitox, but there are windows that people have noticed when they start buying. I don't remember the earlier ones, but there's one at 350, one at 355. I think there's one at 340 and 330. But 350 and 355 are pretty typical. If they're going to pump money into the market, you'll see it around those times. We saw it exactly at 350. This little pump right here, that was a Fed pump. You can tell by how volatile and how much money they're pumping in. Yesterday, I think, was it? Yeah, it was yesterday. They pumped 237 billion with a B. $237 billion into the market yesterday. Up 6% this week. Are you talking about your trading or what are we talking about, Josh? If it's your trading, good job, man. That's awesome. That's a good weekly percentage, man. That is a very good weekly percentage. What were you trading this week, Josh? I'm guessing this is the same guy here. This 260 and 254 guy. I think this is the same person. They're probably trying to hold spine to a range. What time is it here? We've got a clock right down here. I always forget about the clock here. We've got about a minute 30 left on the day. We'll also stick around for after hours as well. Oh, sorry, Freeze. You said, do you trade currency as well? I do not, Freeze. I do not trade forex. Big sells coming in off the 1 minute cloud. I don't typically use the 1 minute cloud. It's only on here because I like using the 15. I look at it on the other time frames, but the 1 minute, 5 minute, I don't use them for trade signals though. But you are seeing a lot of resistance right on that 1 minute cloud. Big sell off here, end of day, last 30 seconds on the day. Big sells coming in. SPY's down almost 2% on the day as well. I called it out earlier in the Discord. Every sector ETF was pretty much red. All the big sectors were red. SPY was looking like it was topping. Big buys coming in here. Probably the Fed. There you go. There's the bell. Sorry if that was really loud, guys. That was on my Thinkorswim. Let's take a look at the extended hours here. Selling off into the extended hours. You were trading the pound and gold. Nice. You were trading a little bit of forex. I never got into forex, man. Forex just never felt like it was my market. I've traded just about everything else. Just haven't really got into forex. It's crazy how quickly that buy-up got destroyed. You saw a massive buy-up there at 4, completely wiped out right there after extended hours. Tons of action still coming in here for extended hours. SPY closed, what, down 1.6%? Hey, who's that? There you go, Spitox. I'm not sure why it didn't show it the first time. 7-month resub, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, the Discord's 50% off right now. Use code PREMIUM. Code PREMIUM, 50% off. It's going to stay 50% off for the time being as long as the market's just ripping people apart. We don't want to be charging people full price when people are losing a lot of money in their trading accounts. Hey, Mr. Freeze, I can give you a link here, man. For Josh and Mr. Freeze, you guys can check it out. Remember, guys, the one-time payment, we don't charge you guys that amount every month. It's just one time, said and done. When you sign up, you get 5 free indicators. We got a ton of bots in the Discord. We do free tutoring. I do live trading basically every single day. Crypto, stocks, you name it, options. I post a lot of hidden gems in the Discord. I've been going on kind of a shopping, well, not a shopping spree because I'm not buying them all just yet, but I've been hunting down some hidden stocks that I feel like nobody's looking at. And I posted 4 or 5 of them today. We posted one of them last week. It's already up about 10% from where I posted it. I've already bought that first one. I'm not going to name it on stream, but that first one I mentioned, I've already bought. I bought a little bit of shares, not a lot. I'm going to buy it when if it continues to fall downward. Let me take a look. What's it at today? Yeah, so it's up 2% today. I'm already up about 2% as well on my position. I'm not fully in, though. I'm going to keep buying it. That first one I mentioned in Discord, look at the revenue growth on that stock. It's incredible. They are extremely, extremely undervalued. Volume's starting to die down. We are coming into extended hours, obviously. Or we are in extended hours, I mean. Whoa. That was a massive buy. How big of a buy was that? $153,000 on that buy. Jeez. 153,000. Talking to Sticky in Discord, he's actually doing the Top Step Trader combine right now. One of I didn't even know this was an option, but he found it on their website. It's a swing trader combine. He's destroying this combine. He's doing very, very good. And he's probably going to be funded very soon. I don't want to jinx him, knock on wood. I'm actually going to join him probably. I'm going to join that combine probably next week or in 2 weeks. I want to trade a little bit more of options before I play around with that. Sorry, I'm talking to him in Discord. I think he said his strategy is using small time frames, auto SR with like long time frame or large time frame OTS confirmation. What did Roku close at? Let's take a look at Roku. Yeah, I wrote this. I'm gonna beat myself up for this one, man. I would have hit my weekly goal with just that one trade if I didn't get greedy on the entry. We called the top on Roku beautifully. I got too greedy. Tried to short 94. My options contract, I think I was trying to get 65. I was getting 65 credit per contract. I probably should have did 55 or 60, and I would have gotten filled. I was actually on the ask. I was the ass seller before it nuked. I'm gonna beat myself up for that one for sure. Snapchat, I'm not too mad about Snapchat. I'm not sure how close we came to getting filled on Snapchat, but it would have been really nice to be filled here. I do think the highs are in for the week. Unless massive buys come in tomorrow, I think Roku and Snapchat have put their highs in. Yeah, he said he's using low time frame auto SR, basically 2-to-1 R to R. He's cutting losses basically immediately. Nice. All right, guys, gonna get a little boring here. We are after hours. Excuse me. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in chat. I'll be right back. T-Toy said, why are there so many tickers for SPY and they're all different prices? Confuses the hell out of me. So there's... SPY has, like, a bunch of different ETFs that do so many different things. So there's, like, dividend ETFs. There's different sector ETFs. There's inverse ETFs. There's leverage ETFs. It's ridiculous. The only one you really need to worry about is SPY, just flat SPY. And then also there's SPX. SPX is one of the main ones as well. But all the other side ones are just like little different. They're based on different things like sectors, leverage, dividends. Still selling off in aftermarket. Not looking too good. I'm not supposed to stream tomorrow. It's not in my schedule, but would you guys want me to come by and do another one of these streams tomorrow at the closing bell? I could probably just stream for a little hour tomorrow if I don't have anybody signed up for the or no, the tutoring would be after stream. Yeah, it'd be okay. I could probably stream for like an hour tomorrow. I could come by and do a power hour stream tomorrow. And then we could do the power hour stream again on Thursday as well. I can test out this stream, see if you guys like it. It's good to be streaming when there's actually action going on, so it's not so boring. I know I don't have a lot to talk about or a lot to do, like little side things that we do in our stream besides the trading stuff. So I know it gets a little boring if I don't have anything to talk about on the price chart. So streaming around power hour would give me enough to talk about. I can't stream like before power hour because I'm going to be trading in the Discord. And I don't, it's really hard to do this while I'm trading. I need all of my screen space for my trading. I can't be logging up. So like right now on my other monitor, I have my OBS open. I've got my chat open, so I'm watching you guys. I got all this stuff open here. It's a pain in the ass to do this while trading. So we're gonna keep live trading in the Discord from probably like 9:30 to like 3 o'clock, and then I'll start streaming at 3, and we'll live stream from 3 to 4. Yeah, so I can do that. I'll come by and I'll trade, or I'll stream tomorrow at 3. We'll do another power hour stream. I just realized with my new my new trading schedule, because I'm back to trading stocks like day trading. I'm gonna have to change around my gym schedule. It hasn't become a problem yet because of coronavirus. All the gyms are closed. But when the gyms reopen, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to trade from probably like 10 to 12 or like 10 to 11:45 or something. And then I'm going to go to the gym, get lunch, and then come back probably around, what time would that be? It usually takes me about an hour at the gym, get lunch. I'd probably be back around 2, either 1:30 or 2. And then I could trade for a little bit and then stream at 3. That'll probably be the new schedule. Block Tech said, yeah, please stream tomorrow. Paul said that would be awesome to see more streaming. I love it. Yeah, I already stream like 4 days a week. And it's funny that I took that break off streaming and then I came back and I streamed only like 2 days. And on my stats on YouTube, my stats perform like I get more views, more watch time. Everything goes up when I stream less. It's funny how that happens. But I'm gonna try this week for the rest of the week. I'm gonna try to stream every day, so for power hour. So I probably won't stream on Saturday. We'll come back and stream on Sunday. But I'm gonna stream on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, power hour every day. So 3 p.m., 3 p.m., 3 p.m. No stream Saturday, and then come back at 6 p.m. on Sunday. We're gonna release the summary of markets right up in the Discord around 3 or 4 p.m. We released that last one around 3 p.m. This Sunday. So I'll release that around 3 or 4 p.m. and then we'll stream around 6. That's the schedule moving forward. Power hour for the rest of the week during market hours. And then no stream Saturday, come back 6 p.m. Sunday. And then if it goes well, we can do it again next week. Geez, big sell there. 140,000 at 256. What kind of stuff do you guys want to see when I'm streaming at Power Hour? Do you want me to keep it the same as what we kind of just did? We're just looking at SPY, looking at some other stocks, and kind of following the time and sales, following the level 2, just kind of calling out, basically shoutcasting the market. Do you guys want to see more like looking at levels and kind of doing analysis? What do you guys want to see? I'm trying to make the streams more productive, more interactive. You guys get more out of the streams. I know I go back and watch my VODs every now and then, and a lot of my streams I have a lot of downtime where I'm not really doing anything. We're kind of sitting back and watching the market. So I'm trying to get them to be more productive, give you guys some more information. You said it would be interesting to see different types of trading, as you said. I'll check him out, Block Tech. I'll take a look. Assassin said, how to read levels are perfectly explained in the videos. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Well, I don't mean that kind of stuff. I mean, like, so for, like, the level stuff, I could, like, instead of shoutcasting everything that we're seeing, I could actually go through and kind of tell you guys what levels to look for during these moves and, I don't know, like, how to trade them or whatnot. Exochart would only be for crypto. They don't have anything for, stocks. Interactive tip jar too. Yeah, I used to have a donation thing on my stream, but I took it off as soon as we started the business because I felt like having a donation thing on my stream while running a business just didn't seem right to me. But I've had people ask me about it and ask me, like, how do they donate to the stream and whatnot, and I always tell them, like, there is no donating to the stream. If you want to support me, there's indicators and Discord and all that kind of stuff. But I understand how, like, the live streaming is a different thing. So, like, if you wanted to donate to me live streaming because you're basically watching a TV show or something, I understand it, but I took away the donation thing. The only way that you can support me right now, besides the business, is, like, subscribing on Twitch, which is, like, $2.50. It's, like, it's basically nothing. It's just showing that you support the stream. Oh, he uses the tip jar for TA request. Yeah, see, I don't like stuff like that. Like, I don't mind you guys putting in, like, hey man, check this out. I don't charge you guys for stuff like that. I mean, if it gets ridiculous and you guys are asking me to check like 20 different symbols in 5 minutes, like I'll say something. But if you guys are just like every now and then, hey, can you check this out? Check that out. I don't mind doing that. That's why I'm here, man. Like, I had somebody in one of my recent videos, they were asking me questions on the video and I was answering it. And then they asked me like 10 different questions and it was like a very, very long post. And I told them that it was too much for YouTube and I wasn't going to answer all that stuff. If they wanted tutoring or more support, to join the Discord, because that I feel like that's fair. Like, I don't mind answering questions every now and then, but if you guys try to take advantage of me, I can see that. You know what I mean? Like, I can see if you guys are taking advantage of me. But for the most part, you guys are very good. All right, we're gonna go until 4:30, and then I'm gonna call it. Like I said, I don't want to fill the stream with a bunch of just filler. I want to keep the stream interesting and make the VOD nice and short, so you guys who are not watching live can come in and watch the stream without having to skip through a bunch of filler bullshit. So we're gonna go until 4:30, and then we'll call it. I'm gonna come back tomorrow, though. Like I said, I don't normally stream on Wednesdays, but since I don't have any plans tomorrow, and technically I'm not allowed to leave my house because we're on lockdown, I will come back and stream the Power Hour. Which, for you guys who don't trade stocks, that is the last hour of the day, 3 to 4 p.m. Man, looking back on the day, it's... I know I keep saying it, but today could have been a hell of a green day for me. I got too greedy on my fills, missed my fill on all 3 of the stocks I was looking at today, and they all 3 played out. That right there tells me that I'm being too greedy. If I didn't get filled on all 3 of them, I'm being too greedy. I have to limit my credit, lower my credit a little bit to play the market a little better. Maybe keep the credit where it is and then lower my spreads. So kind of front run the levels. So I thought about this with Roku today. And what I thought about was, instead of trying to get filled where I tried to get filled today around 94, I tried to get filled around 94. I could have front ran it a little bit and tried to get filled at 93 and kept my high credit, but just kind of made it a little riskier, you know what I mean? So I saw this resistance from 94 to 95. I thought I was front running it a little bit. I was front running 95. I tried to get filled at 94, but I just barely missed it. So if I actually tried to get filled at 90, or put my spread at 93, but then got filled at 94, 94.50, this would have still been a very beautiful trade. So maybe I need to front run it a little bit more. So if I'm trying to get a high credit, I need to front run my levels a little bit more. I'm still trying to... I have the bulk of the strategy. I'm building... For you guys who are just coming in, you don't really know what I'm talking about. I've been building a new options trading strategy. And I'm still working out the kinks. And one of the main kinks right now is my entries are not getting filled where I need them to get filled. Yeah, I can take a look at Ethereum here. We can take a look at Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin ranging pretty tightly. You're bouncing off the 200 EMA on the 15-minute. You can see the VWAP bands very, very balanced, if you will. You can look at the volume profile. It'll probably show you. Yeah, very, very balanced day. Flat POC, flat VWAP. You are starting to climb a little bit. You are getting a little bullish here. You do have the 50-minute cloud right below you as support. Not a whole lot of volume coming in. We can take a look at the indicators. Bullish on the 1 hour. Bullish on the 15 as well. I was marking out this 4-hour support. I forgot to post this actually in Discord. Let me post this in Discord. Massive cluster here of 4-hour support. So if we do fall, you've got two pivots. You got the trail. You got the moving average below you. If you do fall, around 6,000 to 62, a lot of support below you. So keep an eye on that. But you are running into the previous distribution low. So you had a distribution here on the 4-hour. You are currently running into it. You had a swing low, or sorry, a swing high failure off that level previously. But you definitely have some resistance moving forward. If you do regain that distribution low, you're looking pretty bullish. You could target the highs around 6,800. But I would keep an eye on that range. That range is definitely going to give you some resistance moving forward. And we'll take a look at Ethereum here as well. So basically the same thing on Ethereum. You don't have that cluster of support like you saw on Bitcoin, but you are coming back into that distribution. Now, a little bit different here on Ethereum. You're already back above that distribution low. So you do have a couple of pivots here that are going to act as resistance, but you are back above that low. So you are a little bit more bullish on Ethereum than you are on Bitcoin. But if you do fail, you don't have that support like you saw on Bitcoin. You have a little bit of support coming in, probably around 131, but nothing too strong. So I'd be very careful here on looking for longs. It's a little too early, both on Ethereum and on Bitcoin. You are turning green on the indicators, though, on Ethereum. You do see that green flashing here on the 4-hour. You've been green for quite some time on the hourly. You had a little bit of a red pullback there, but you flipped back green. It does look like you have a little bit of a bear div coming in, though, on the Momo. So not confirmed yet, not formed. You might form right around that resistance, around 138. But you do have a little bit of failed momentum coming in. 15-minute also putting in a pivot. You also have a gold warning on the 15 as well. 5 minutes showing a lot of green here, a lot of bullish strength coming in. Daily, still no signs of bullish strength. You are flipping that pivot though. Beautiful flip of the pivot. You're trying to push back higher here. You're coming into that accumulation high though on the daily. Let's go back to Bitcoin here. Bitcoin's a little different. You didn't flip that pivot. You're kind of front running a little bit. You're bouncing off this support kind of right down here. But you've already failed this trail 3 times and you're coming into resistance again on that trail with lower momentum. You are coming off that bottom though, so you are trying to confirm that bottom on the Momo, but it is not pushing higher just yet. You're still at -9 on the trend here, so you're definitely not gaining a lot of momentum just yet. So same thing like I said on Ethereum. Slightly bullish, like short term, but it's a little too early to call. And Ethereum, or sorry, Bitcoin would be a very hard long here because you're longing straight into a resistance. So it would be a little early. Yeah, the volume is also not very good. The volume is also not very good on either Bitcoin or Ethereum. But all right, guys, on that note, I'm going to end the stream. I do appreciate you guys coming by for this little short stream. I did change up my schedule a little bit. Like I said, for the rest of the week, we're going to try Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm going to stream Power Hour, which is the last hour of the stock market. We're going to do kind of what we did today, where I'm just going to come in and I'm going to shoutcast kind of what's going on with the stock market. We're going to do a small recap of kind of the trades for the day and whatnot. And I'll be streaming, like I said, the rest of the week. Power Hour is 3 p.m. Eastern. So right now, if you want to compare it to your time, it is 4:30 p.m. Eastern. So I'm going to be streaming an hour and 30 minutes before right now for whatever time it is where you are. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys Thursday and on Friday. We're going to do the same thing. So if you guys can't make tomorrow, make sure to stop by on Thursday or Friday. And a lot of you guys were asking about the Discord. Here is the Discord. Oh, I lost the link. Let me grab the link. Our Discord is 50% off. Code premium. Yeah, the indicators are still 15% off with code bundle if you want to buy the bundle. And that's basically all we got going on. I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you guys the rest of the week. You guys have a good rest of your day. Stay safe. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.